Round to the partner, you turn it back to the corner, 2, 1 and 3, pass through, separate, go around 2, hook onto the end of the line. Now that seemed familiar, didn't it?
Yes.
Okay, touch a quarter. That boy run around that girl, do an aisle man left and square your center. Now that call separate doesn't have to follow a heads or sides pass through. We can say heads separate from right here. And basically when you do a separate, you're going to turn your back on your partner and you're going to circulate a quarter of a way around the square and stop. Do that much, heads. Don't go past anybody. Don't pass anybody. You just go a quarter of the way around the square and stop and face in, just like that.
Okay.
Now you were right where you're at, right there. You should be facing him. That's the end of the call. Okay, just go back home. Okay, heads separate and star through. So we added another call window. But you can actually do that separate right from a static square. You don't have to do heads pass through separate. You can do it right from where you were standing. Okay? Do a double pass through track 2. Woo, woo. Swing through. Do an ACUC. Boy run around that girl. Bend the line. Pass the ocean. Okay. On the call explode the wave. Those are 2 separate calls. They're different. Explode, you step through and you face in towards the center of your ocean wave and you stop and basically square yourself in a line of 4. Do that much. Explode. Boom. No pull by, no walk forward. Just slide together with the person you're holding on to and make a line of 4. There's the end of the call for explode. You don't do anything else. You just step through, face in is what it amounts to, and adjust yourselves. Now, if it was explode the wave, the terminology of the wave, you would give a right hand with the person you're facing after you do the explode and pull by the wave. That's the one you're used to seeing all the time, explode the wave. Explode, you don't see as often, except here you will see it many, 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 many times. Bend the line. Pass the ocean. Explode, touch 1/4.
Now, step on.
Got to touch a quarter right there. Okay? We can add calls on the end of that explode that changes many of the positions and formations. Coordinate. Circulate 1.5, center 6 straight, and smooth up on the diagonal. Good. Bend the line. Pass the ocean. Explode, square through 4. Trade by. Start through. Pass through. Chase right. All in circulate. They should be right. No, you're on the end.
Yeah.
You should be in the middle of the end. Okay, all in circulate. Do a single hinge. Girls trade. Explode the wave. Wheel and deal. Center square through 3. On the third hand, slide through and back away. You're home. Square yourself.
I didn't hear that again.
Okay. Heads past the ocean. Extend the tag. Now, one of the mainstream calls that we definitely want to concentrate on, because this particular call is incorporated into many of the plus calls when you get to the plus level. And that is the call Circulate. When you do an all 8 Circulate, the terminology all 8 Circulate says the center box of 4 dancers will always stay dead center. The 4 corners of your ocean waves will always stay on the 4 corners. Now, when you do an all 8 Circulate, you're moving ahead to take the position of the person that is in your circulating path. For the ones looking in, that's not hard. You look straight ahead, you see the back of somebody right in front of you. You're going to circulate right into their footprints. If you're the ones looking out, you have to circulate to the next person in your circulation path. And I'm going to talk to the boys, because the boy looking out, that next person is the boy looking in on the other end of your ocean wave. So you got to circulate the whole way down there and end up facing back in. Girls in the middle looking out, you're going to be flipping over to your left to the center position, staying in the center. Do an all 8 Circulate. All 8 Circulate. Swing through. All 8 Circulate. All 8 Circulate. Do a single hinge. All 8 Circulate. Centers, stay centers. Soon as we mix and get a couple of the girls and a couple of the guys mixed there, why, yeah, then you have to start thinking a little bit. But center box of 4 always stay center. 4 corners always stay 4 corners from ocean waves. Do an all 8 Circulate. Swing through. All 8 Circulate. Centers trade. Boy run around a girl. Now when we told you when you're doing a Circulate, you're moving ahead to take the position of the person in your circulating path. And centers are always staying centers. If we were to call an all 8 Circulate from right here, everybody's going to move straight ahead to take the position of the person that's in front of them. Number 1 rule always happens, right shoulder passes, positively. Right shoulder has to pass all the time. Do an all 8 Circulate. Okay, if we were to do an all 8 Circulate from right here, center's got to stay centers, end's got to stay ends. So for the center dancer, it's almost going to feel like a partner trade. Now you're half sashayed in that center position, so it's going to feel different. When you do a partner trade, you're always passing right shoulders. In this case here, you got to pass right shoulders, but the girl will be on the outside and the boy will be on the inside to make that pass, because you got to pass right shoulders. Very, very important. End dancers, you're going down to the other end. When you pass each other, you got to pass right shoulders. Do an all 8 Circulate. Excellent. Okay, touch quarter. All 8 Circulate. Split Circulate. Stay in your own side of the square. Very good. Split Circulate. Boy run around the girl. All 8 Circulate. Okay, you're in a position where we normally would call trade by. We're going to call an all 8 Circulate from this position also. If you're in the center, you're moving down the center of that column, you're moving straight ahead, passing right shoulders. The ones looking out, if you're on the end of a column and doing an all 8 Circulate, you know you have to flip over to the other end of the column to end up looking back in. So both of these are flipping at the same time, passing right shoulders. It's just going to feel like a partner trade on that end of that column. All 8 Circulate. Star through. Pass the ocean. Swing through. Split Circulate.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I was here, so I flipped right over.
Okay. Can you go back to where you were standing? You're okay back there. Okay. Heads past the ocean. Extend. Do a single hinge. Now when you're doing split circulate, you know when you split the square in half, right down through the middle of those ocean waves, that box of 4 has to stay on one side, the other box of 4 got to stay on the other side. Split circulate. Split circulate. All 8 circulate. All 8. Okay. Boys looking out, girls looking in, right? Do a single hinge. Split circulate. It's a split. Swing through. That boy run around, that girl gonna go, and that load the boat. Star through. Load the boat. Swing through. Spin your top. Stop right there. If we were to call load the boat from this position right here, people are laughing at me. You basically have the same position now as you do a normal load the boat from. I don't want you to drop hands. I want you to hold on to the hands, but I'd like you to take one small step backwards and like an accordion sideways slide together and keep holding on to the hands. Like an accordion, slide together sideways. You have lines of 4 facing. If I were to call load the boat right here, you'd know exactly what to do. I'm not changing anything. Like the accordion, slide apart. And then just step up to make that grand ocean wave. Same position. You have that same formation. You have 2 dancers on the end. 2 dancers on this end, 2 dancers on that end. They're going to do the end part of load the boat like you normally would, passing 3 people. Okay? The center dancers, the first person it says on load the boat, it says you have to pass through in the middle. First person you're going to pass, even though you're holding her hand, you're going to pass her. Like he's going to pass her. That'll be your first pass through, and then everything else works the same. You're going to turn a quarter of a turn away from the partner that's next to you. Let's just have the end dancers do your part of load the boat. Pass 1, pass 2, and got to go to number 3. Got to go to number 3 and turn in a quarter turn. You would be over with. And you're right here. Turn in.
They went 4.
They went 4?
I think so.
I started over here.
I started over here.
You passed. Come back over where you started from.
Right here.
Okay. Count to 1 you're with is number 1. Okay. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, and then face it. Now you're right. You're right. Now, talking to the center dancers, the rule for the center part of load the boat is pass through. Don't do it yet. I'm going to talk to you a little bit here. You pass through, you turn a quarter of a turn away from that partner you're going to end up aside of. When you turn that quarter turn, you have a new partner, you do a partner trade, and then you pass through. So the first step, and when you do that pass through with the one you're holding on to, don't walk way out of the square. Just keep it tight. Take a step through with your back-to-back, bumper to bumper. Let's do just that first 2. Pass through and then turn out. Away from the person next to you. You have a partner right here. Turn out. You have a new partner right next to you. Partner trade. And then pass through. Okay?
You know what confuses me in what you're saying there is you have a new partner. It's the same person, but he's a new partner.
Okay, do a right and left through. Slide through. Okay. We're gonna, Ennis, do your part to load the boat. Go ahead, pass 1, pass 2, pass 3, and end up with number 3 facing in. Good. Centered answers. You have a partner that's aside of you, only they're on your opposite side. You're sashayed, but you're still partners for this particular call.
I see what you're saying now.
Okay.
You're calling him, you said a new partner, and I'm with you. Sorry.
Partner's the one that's aside of you at the time. So from where you're at right now, when I say you turn out away from your partner, they have another terminology for that, which is basically quarter out. You quarter out away from your partner. So just do the first part.